Hi, this is Corinne with I'm a Dieting Diva. I just wanted to give you an update on my diet, but also because of the situation, this is really going to be kind of a pep talk that I need, all of us need at some point when we're trying to lose weight. This week, my weight loss really came to a halt, and I have some theories on why. In fact, you probably do today too, because otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this video. So anyway, just to give you a background, I've been low carbing for 2 weeks. I lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks. I completed my 3 weeks last Saturday, so I stepped on the scale and I'm only like 0.1 pound down, so whatever that is, just a few ounces anyway. One thing you're going to want to do is really go back to square one and look at the rules for your diet. If you're on a low calorie, you're going to go back and look at how many calories you should have allotted per day. For me, I need to go back and look at the carbohydrate content. It should be 25 grams a day. Not really less, not anymore. And that is going to be really important to look at because with a low carb, there's an induction period. After that, you should be able to add in a few at a time until you figure out where your point is, where you are maintaining your weight. But I'm going to have to go back to square one because it's kind of out of control right now. So, one thing I wanted to talk about was, sometimes we kind of bend the rules, get comfortable in our diet, and we may not count every little thing that we put into our bodies, but we do need to do that if we want to lose the weight, if we want to stick to the diet. So you're going to want to go back and make sure you're measuring everything properly. Sometimes I get lax if I eat the same thing every day. I try to eyeball it. So now that this is happening, I'm not going to eyeball it. I need to measure and make sure that I'm right about each and every measurement. You're going to want to count gum, mints, drinks that you might be consuming. You don't want to just justify something. You count it out and you might go back for leftovers and forget to count that, or go back for seconds and forget to count that, or just take one off the taste testing while you're cooking, or just one more won't hurt, but you need to count everything that goes into your mouth. And another thing would be exercise. This week it was so busy that I did not exercise, and that is crucial. I know that was a big mistake and probably a big reason why I did not lose a lot this week. My goal was to go on 3 30-minute walks a week. Last week I did not go on any controlled walks. It was so busy. We had an event coming up that weekend. We were preparing for it, gearing up for it. So it was just crazy busy. It's not an excuse, really. I probably could have fit it in somewhere. But one thing with your exercise, even if you're not guilty like I am of not doing it, maybe you need to change it up. Maybe you take the same route. Maybe you do the same exercise day after day, week after week, and if you're running a treadmill, maybe you need to change the incline, up it a little bit. You should notice though that you're not as out of breath as you used to be. And it's not that you always want to push yourself harder necessarily, but just change it up. So, with my walks, I might want to take another route. If I'm going uphill the same point every day, your body adjusts to it. So I want to change it up so that I don't have this issue with not losing weight. So your exercise schedule is one thing. You don't necessarily have to up it, but maybe you want to do intervals. Maybe you want to throw in some bodybuilding exercises, muscle building. The other thing you want to evaluate with your diet that might be holding back your weight loss is salt content. Maybe you're eating things that are just making you retain water. Maybe they're just salty. It's not like salt is bad for you per se, but you might just be, experiencing bloat instead of weight gain or not losing weight. So you kind of want to stay away from those kind of convenient salted MSG kind of foods that might make you retain water. And another thing with your diet is that, especially if you're a woman, but all of us, we have hormonal changes, and if it's near your cycle, don't freak out. You're probably just retaining water. So if it's just been a week, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just evaluate my diet and exercise program and just keep on track. Keep looking at testimonials, keep encouraging yourself, and keep going. And that's going to pay off big time right there. If you don't cheat, if you reevaluate your diet, go back, make sure you understand the rules properly, evaluate it, and keep your food diary, keep your pictures, your before pictures. Some people like to put them on the refrigerator or where they have their snack food, but really just eliminate any convenience items, fast food, things like that, and keep on track. I wouldn't go below the carbohydrate content or carbohydrate count that you're supposed to have, or calories, because you don't want your body to go into starvation mode and try to hang on to every thing that you have coming into your body. You want to just keep on track, really. So that's what I'm going to do, and I hope that this has helped you get through just the stall in your diet. It always happens at some point. It's going to start to slow down, it's going to stall, and you're going to hit a plateau, and you're going to need to just push through and get to your goal weight. So another thing that I did this week, I saw a lot of people's testimonial videos and what they were doing, and they were taking photos of themselves all along the way to kind of encourage themselves. So I took one. That was the first one I took, and that was a 3-week marker, really. So I thought that was a really good way to just chart your progress, and that's exciting. It's a good way to see where you are and where you want to be. So I am doing that too. Anyway, if this video has been helpful to you in any way, please don't forget to thumbs up the video in the left bottom corner, and don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot more helpful videos coming up.